We live in an era of limitless information and overwhelming choices, a world where overthinking has become a silent epidemic that plagues many of us. Every day, millions of people find themselves stuck in a cycle of overanalysis, doubt, and indecision. Whether it's deciding what to wear, choosing a career path, or making a significant life decision, overthinking infiltrates every aspect of our lives. And while thinking things through might seem like a good idea, there's a fine line between careful deliberation and analysis paralysis. The truth is, overthinking can sabotage our success, happiness, and peace of mind. It's a form of mental procrastination that keeps us from taking action. If you've ever found yourself stuck in a loop of what-ifs and endless scenarios, you know how paralyzing it can be. This voiceover will serve as your guide to break free from the chains of overthinking. Together, we'll explore why we overthink, the consequences it has on our lives, and most importantly, how to stop it and take action immediately. These are not just motivational words. We'll dive deep into practical, scientifically backed strategies that will empower you to live a more decisive, fulfilling life. Chapter 1. The Psychology of Overthinking. 1.1. What is overthinking? Overthinking can be defined as the act of analyzing, reanalyzing, and constantly ruminating on an issue without making a clear decision. It's like a mental loop where we keep revisiting the same thought or concern over and over again without arriving at a solution. Overthinking is not just thinking too much, it's getting stuck in an unproductive thought cycle that leads to worry, fear, and inaction. It's often accompanied by anxiety, self-doubt, and the overwhelming fear of making the wrong choice. 1.2. Overthinking versus healthy reflection. It's important to distinguish between healthy reflection and overthinking. Healthy reflection involves considering different options, weighing the pros and cons, and then making a decision. Overthinking, on the other hand, leads to mental paralysis. You get caught in a web of possibilities, unable to commit to a course of action. Where healthy reflection is constructive, overthinking is destructive. It wastes time and energy without leading to solutions. The goal is to strike a balance between thoughtful decision-making and decisive action. 1.3. The brain's role in overthinking. To understand why we overthink, we need to delve into how the brain works. Overthinking often stems from the brain's natural survival mechanisms. In ancient times, overthinking helped our ancestors survive by allowing them to consider all potential dangers before making decisions. However, in today's world, this survival mechanism is outdated and counterproductive. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for higher-level thinking and decision-making, becomes overactive when we overthink. Meanwhile, the amygdala, the part of the brain that processes fear and emotions, triggers anxiety. This creates a feedback loop where fear feeds overthinking and overthinking feeds fear. Chapter 2. The Root Causes of Overthinking. 2.1. Fear of failure. One of the most common reasons people overthink is the fear of failure. We are afraid of making the wrong decision, so we keep delaying action, hoping to avoid mistakes. This fear stems from the belief that failure is a reflection of our worth. But in reality, failure is a natural part of learning and growth. The perfectionist dilemma. Perfectionists are particularly prone to overthinking because they set impossible standards for themselves. They want every decision to be flawless, but in waiting for the perfect moment, they often fail to act at all. 2.2. Fear of judgment. Closely related to the fear of failure is the fear of judgment. Many people overthink because they worry about how others will perceive them. Will people think less of me if I make a mistake? What will they say if I fail? These thoughts can consume us and prevent us from moving forward. 2.3. Fear of the unknown. The unknown can be terrifying. Humans naturally gravitate toward familiarity and certainty, which is why the unknown can trigger overthinking. We become so focused on trying to predict every possible outcome that we paralyze ourselves in the process. 2.4. Analysis paralysis. In today's information age, we have access to an overwhelming amount of data, which can lead to what's known as analysis paralysis. When faced with too many choices or too much information, we struggle to make decisions. We keep analyzing and evaluating, hoping to find the best option, but instead, we become stuck. 2.5. Lack of confidence. Low self-confidence can also fuel overthinking. When we doubt our abilities or question our judgment, we tend to overanalyze even the simplest decisions. This lack of confidence often leads to indecision and avoidance of action. Chapter 3. The consequences of overthinking. Overthinking is not just a harmless habit. It has real, tangible consequences that affect our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. 3.1. Mental fatigue. Overthinking consumes an enormous amount of mental energy. It's like running your brain's engine non-stop without giving it a break. This mental exhaustion can lead to burnout, making it even harder to make decisions or take action. 3.2. Anxiety and stress. Overthinking is closely linked to anxiety and stress. The constant worry and fear of making the wrong decision create a sense of unease that can be difficult to escape. Over time, chronic overthinking can lead to serious mental health issues such as generalized anxiety disorder and depression. 3.3. Procrastination. When we overthink, we often end up procrastinating. Instead of taking action, we delay decisions and put off tasks, telling ourselves we'll act when we have more information or when the time is right. This procrastination can prevent us from achieving our goals and living up to our potential. 3.4. Missed opportunities. One of the most significant consequences of overthinking is missed opportunities. While we're stuck analyzing and reanalyzing, opportunities pass us by. Whether it's a career opportunity, a personal relationship, or a chance for growth, overthinking can prevent us from seizing the moment. 3.5. Physical health problems. The mental and emotional toll of overthinking can also manifest in physical health problems. Chronic stress from overthinking has been linked to a range of health issues, including headaches, digestive problems, high blood pressure, and weakened immune function. Chapter 4. How to break free from overthinking. Now that we've explored the causes and consequences of overthinking, it's time to dive into actionable strategies to break free from this mental trap. The goal is to develop a mindset and habits that promote decisive action rather than endless rumination. 4.1. Cultivate self-awareness. The first step to stopping overthinking is recognizing when it's happening. Often, we don't even realize we're stuck in an overthinking cycle until it's too late. By cultivating self-awareness, you can catch yourself in the act and shift your mindset before it spirals out of control. Mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings. When you notice yourself starting to overthink, you can take a step back and refocus on the present moment. 4.2. Set clear, specific goals. One of the reasons we overthink is that we're not sure what we want or what action to take. By setting clear, specific goals, you reduce the ambiguity that leads to overanalysis. SMART goals. The SMART goal-setting framework, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, is an excellent tool for creating actionable goals. When your goals are clear, it's easier to make decisions and take the necessary steps. 4.3. Limit your information intake. In the age of information overload, it's easy to get bogged down by too much data. To avoid analysis paralysis, limit the amount of information you consume when making decisions. Set a time limit. Give yourself a specific amount of time to gather information and make a decision. Once the time is up, commit to taking action, even if you don't feel 100% certain. The 80-20 rule. The Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, states that 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Focus on gathering the most critical information and ignore the rest. Perfection is not necessary, action is. 4.4. Embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is one of the main drivers of overthinking. The desire to make the perfect decision can paralyze you into inaction. The truth is, perfection is an illusion, and waiting for the perfect moment will only lead to more indecision. Progress over perfection. Focus on making progress rather than achieving perfection. Each step you take brings you closer to your goal, even if it's not flawless. Learn from mistakes. Accept that mistakes are part of the process. Instead of fearing failure, view it as a learning opportunity that will help you grow and improve. 4.5. Use the 5-second rule. The 5-second rule, popularized by Mel Robbins, is a simple but powerful technique to stop overthinking and take immediate action. When you feel the urge to overthink or hesitate, count backward from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically move yourself into action. Why it works. The 5-second countdown interrupts your brain's habitual thinking patterns and forces you to act before doubt takes over. Build momentum. The more you practice the 5-second rule, the more you'll train your brain to take action quickly, reducing the tendency to overthink. 4.6. Reframe your thoughts. Cognitive reframing is a powerful tool to change how you perceive challenges and decisions. Instead of viewing decisions as overwhelming or risky, reframe them as opportunities for growth. From fear to curiosity, instead of fearing the unknown, approach it with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how might this decision help me grow? Focus on solutions, not problems. Shift your focus from the problem to the solution. Overthinkers often get stuck in the what-ifs and worst-case scenarios, but by focusing on actionable solutions, you can move forward with confidence. 4.7. Take small incremental steps. One of the most effective ways to break the cycle of overthinking is to take small, manageable steps toward your goal. Rather than trying to tackle everything at once, break your goal into smaller tasks and focus on one step at a time. Action breeds confidence. Each small step you take builds confidence and reduces fear. As you start making progress, you'll realize that action is the best antidote to overthinking. The power of momentum. Once you start taking action, you build momentum, which makes it easier to keep moving forward. The key is to focus on consistent, incremental progress rather than perfection. Chapter 5. Practical techniques to stop overthinking. In this chapter, we will explore practical, scientifically backed techniques that can help you stop overthinking and take decisive action. These techniques are designed to be easy to implement, so you can start seeing results immediately. 5.1. The 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule, popularized by productivity expert David Allen, is a simple technique that encourages immediate action. If a task can be completed in 2 minutes or less, do it right away. This prevents small tasks from piling up and becoming overwhelming, which can lead to overthinking. How it works. When you come across a task, ask yourself, can I do this in 2 minutes? If the answer is yes, take action immediately. If not, schedule a time to complete it later. Benefits. The 2-minute rule helps you build a habit of taking action without overanalyzing. It also reduces procrastination and clears your mental space for more significant decisions. 5.2. Decision journaling. Keeping a decision journal is an effective way to track your thought patterns and improve your decision-making process. By writing down your decisions along with the reasoning behind them, you can identify patterns of overthinking and make adjustments over time. How to start. Each time you make a decision, write down the following: the decision you made, the factors you considered, your thought process, and the outcome. Review your journal regularly to identify areas where you tend to overthink. Benefits. Decision journaling helps you become more aware of your decision-making habits and provides a record of your successes. Over time, this practice will build your confidence and reduce overthinking. 5.3. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful mental technique used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers to overcome fear and take action. By visualizing yourself succeeding, you can reduce anxiety and build the confidence to act. How to practice visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself successfully completing a task or achieving a goal. Focus on the details, the sights, sounds, and feelings of success. The more vivid your visualization, the more real it will feel. Benefits. Visualization helps reduce the fear of failure by allowing you to mentally rehearse success. It also creates a positive mindset that encourages action rather than overthinking. Chapter 6. Building long-term habits for action. Stopping overthinking is not a one-time fix. It requires building long-term habits that promote action and decision-making. In this chapter, we'll explore strategies for creating lasting change in your life. 6.1. Create a daily action plan. One of the best ways to prevent overthinking is to have a clear plan for the day. When you know exactly what needs to be done, you're less likely to get caught in a cycle of indecision. How to create a daily action plan. Each morning, write down the top 3 tasks you need to complete that day. These tasks should be specific, actionable, and aligned with your larger goals. Benefits. A daily action plan provides structure and focus, reducing the mental clutter that leads to overthinking. It also gives you a sense of accomplishment as you check off tasks throughout the day. 6.2. Develop a bias for action. A bias for action means prioritizing action over excessive deliberation. This mindset shift is essential for overcoming overthinking and becoming more decisive. How to develop a bias for action. Whenever you find yourself overthinking, ask yourself, what's the smallest step I can take right now? Then take that step without hesitation. The goal is to build a habit of taking action, even if it's imperfect. Benefits. A bias for action helps you build momentum and confidence. It also reduces the fear of failure, as you learn that taking action, even if it's not perfect, is more valuable than staying stuck in indecision. 6.3. Use time blocking. Time blocking is a productivity technique where you schedule specific blocks of time for different tasks. This technique helps reduce overthinking by giving you a clear structure for your day. How to time block. Divide your day into blocks of time and assign each block to a specific task or activity. For example, you might block out 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. for email, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. for deep work, and 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. for meetings. Benefits. Time blocking reduces decision fatigue by providing a clear plan for your day. It also helps you stay focused on the task at hand, preventing the mental wandering that leads to overthinking. Chapter 7. Mindset shifts to stop overthinking. Your mindset plays a crucial role in whether you overthink or take action. In this chapter, we'll explore powerful mindset shifts that can help you break free from overthinking and become more decisive. 7.1. Focus on what you can control. Overthinkers often worry about things outside of their control, which leads to anxiety and indecision. By focusing on what you can control, you can reduce overthinking and take more effective action. How to shift your focus. When you catch yourself overthinking, ask yourself, what can I control in this situation? Focus your energy on the things you can influence and let go of the rest. Benefits. Focusing on what you can control helps you stay grounded and reduces the mental clutter that leads to overthinking. It also empowers you to take action in areas where you have the most impact. 7.2. Embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty is a natural part of life, but for overthinkers, it can be paralyzing. Learning to embrace uncertainty is a critical mindset shift that allows you to take action even when the outcome is unclear. How to embrace uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, approach it with curiosity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or, how might this uncertainty lead to new opportunities? Benefits. Embracing uncertainty reduces the fear that fuels overthinking. It also opens you up to new possibilities and allows you to take action without needing all the answers. 7.3. Cultivate a growth mindset. A growth mindset, coined by psychologist Carol Dweck, is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This mindset shift is essential for overcoming the fear of failure that often leads to overthinking. How to develop a growth mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as threats, see them as opportunities for growth. When you make a mistake, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can I improve? Benefits. A growth mindset reduces the fear of failure and encourages action. It also helps you see mistakes as part of the learning process, which diminishes the need for overanalysis. Chapter 8. The power of taking immediate action. Taking immediate action is one of the most effective ways to stop overthinking. In this final chapter, we'll explore the benefits of immediate action and how to incorporate it into your daily life. 8.1. Action creates clarity. One of the biggest misconceptions about overthinking is that more thinking will lead to clarity. In reality, clarity comes from action. The more you do, the more you learn, and the clearer your path becomes. How to take immediate action. Whenever you find yourself stuck in overthinking, commit to taking one small step forward. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to get you moving. Each action you take will create more clarity and reduce the mental fog that leads to overthinking. 8.2 Action builds confidence. Confidence is not something you wait for. It's something you build through action. The more often you take decisive action, the more confident you become in your ability to handle challenges and make decisions. How to build confidence through action. Start by taking small, manageable steps that you can easily accomplish. Each time you complete a task, celebrate your progress and use it as fuel to keep moving forward. 8.3 Action reduces fear. Fear is often the root cause of overthinking, but the antidote to fear is action. When you take action, you prove to yourself that you are capable, which reduces fear and builds momentum. How to reduce fear through action. When fear arises, remind yourself that the best way to overcome it is to act. Taking even a small step forward can diminish fear and give you the courage to keep going. Chapter 9. Building resilience against overthinking. As you continue your journey toward reducing overthinking, you'll find that setbacks and challenges are inevitable. Building resilience will help you bounce back quickly from moments of doubt and indecision. Let's dive deeper into how resilience plays a crucial role in preventing overthinking and maintaining consistent action. 9.1 What is resilience? Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, adapt to change, and continue moving forward even when facing obstacles. For someone who tends to overthink, resilience is essential because it allows you to handle setbacks without getting stuck in cycles of rumination. Resilience versus overthinking. While overthinkers tend to dwell on past mistakes or potential problems, resilient people focus on finding solutions and learning from their experiences. They don't let one setback derail their progress. 9.2 How resilience fights overthinking. Resilience is a mental muscle that helps you move forward even when things aren't perfect. By building resilience, you develop a mindset that embraces action, accepts mistakes, and focuses on continuous improvement. Accepting imperfection. One of the hallmarks of resilience is accepting that things won't always go as planned. When you let go of the need for perfection, you reduce the urge to overthink every decision. Bouncing back from failure. Resilient people understand that failure is part of the learning process. Instead of overthinking their mistakes, they see failure as a stepping stone toward success. 9.3 Strategies for building resilience. Building resilience is a long-term process that involves cultivating certain habits and mindsets. Here are some proven strategies to strengthen your resilience and reduce overthinking. 9.3 Practice self-compassion. Self-compassion is the ability to treat yourself with kindness, especially during difficult times. Overthinkers are often their harshest critics, which can fuel the cycle of rumination. By practicing self-compassion, you create a mental environment that supports resilience rather than overthinking. How to practice self-compassion. When you make a mistake, instead of criticizing yourself, try to speak to yourself the way you would to a close friend. Remind yourself that everyone makes mistakes and that setbacks are opportunities to learn. 9.3.2 Develop a solution-oriented mindset. Overthinkers tend to focus on problems, while resilient people focus on solutions. Shifting your mindset from what could go wrong to what can I do about it is a key step in overcoming overthinking. How to develop a solution-oriented mindset. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what's the next best step I can take? By focusing on actionable steps rather than potential problems, you move from rumination to resolution. 9.3.3 Build a support system. Resilient people don't try to tackle everything on their own. They build strong support systems of friends, family, and mentors who help them navigate difficult situations. Having people to talk to can help break the cycle of overthinking. How to build a support system. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to take action and provide constructive feedback. They can help you see things from a different perspective and prevent you from getting stuck in overthinking. 9.4 Resilience as a long-term antidote to overthinking. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from one setback. It's about developing the mental toughness to face future challenges without falling into the trap of overthinking. By cultivating resilience, you create a foundation for taking consistent action, even when things don't go as planned. Long-term benefits of resilience. Over time, Building resilience will reduce your tendency to overanalyze and increase your ability to make decisions quickly and confidently. Resilience helps you see every obstacle as an opportunity for growth rather than a reason to hesitate. Chapter 10: Creating an Action-Oriented Lifestyle. Once you've built resilience and taken steps to reduce overthinking, the next step is creating a lifestyle that consistently promotes action. This chapter will explore how to incorporate habits, routines, and environments that encourage decisive behavior and reduce the likelihood of falling back into overthinking. 10.1 Why an Action-Oriented Lifestyle Matters. Living an action-oriented lifestyle means that taking action becomes your default mode of operation rather than the exception. By designing your life around consistent, small actions, you minimize the opportunities for overthinking to creep in. Action over analysis. The more you practice taking action, the less mental energy you'll spend analyzing decisions. Action becomes a habit, and overthinking becomes a rarity. 10.2 Habits that encourage action. Building habits that support an action-oriented lifestyle will help you stay on track and prevent overthinking. Habits provide structure and reduce the mental load of making decisions, which can be a breeding ground for overthinking. 10.21 The 2-Minute Habit. The 2-minute habit is a powerful tool for overcoming procrastination and overthinking. If a task takes 2 minutes or less to complete, do it immediately. How it works. By completing small tasks right away, you prevent them from piling up and creating overwhelm. This habit also helps you build momentum, which can carry you into larger tasks with ease. 10.2.2 The Daily Action Habit. Another effective habit is committing to taking at least one decisive action every day, no matter how small. This could be sending an important email, making a phone call, or taking the first step toward a new project. Why it's important. Taking daily action reinforces the habit of doing rather than thinking. Over time, it builds confidence in your ability to make decisions and move forward without overthinking. 10.2.3 Morning Routines that set the tone for action. The way you start your day has a significant impact on how you approach the rest of it. A morning routine that includes intentional actions can help you avoid falling into overthinking later in the day. Effective morning routine practices. Begin your day with a few minutes of mindfulness, followed by setting a clear intention for the day. Identify 1 or 2 key actions you will take and commit to following through on them. 10.3 Environments that foster action. Your environment plays a crucial role in whether you act or overthink. By creating an environment that encourages action, you reduce the mental barriers that lead to overanalysis. 10.3.1 Declutter your physical space. A cluttered environment can lead to a cluttered mind. When your space is disorganized, it's harder to focus and make decisions. How to declutter. Start by organizing your workspace or home environment. Remove unnecessary items and create a space that promotes focus and clarity. A clean, organized space makes it easier to take action without distractions. 10.3.2 Surround yourself with action takers. The people you surround yourself with have a significant influence on your behavior. If you spend time with people who tend to overthink, you're more likely to fall into that habit yourself. Conversely, being around action takers can inspire you to do the same. How to build a circle of action takers. Seek out individuals who are proactive and decisive. Whether it's friends, colleagues, or mentors, being around action-oriented people will naturally encourage you to take more decisive steps in your own life. 10.4 Building momentum for consistent action. Momentum is a powerful force. Once you start taking action, it becomes easier to keep going. Building momentum is essential for maintaining an action-oriented lifestyle and preventing overthinking from creeping back in. 10.4.1 The Power of Small Wins. One of the best ways to build momentum is by focusing on small wins. These are small, easily achievable actions that move you forward and build confidence. Why small wins matter. Each small win reinforces the habit of taking action and builds the confidence needed for larger, more complex tasks. Over time, these small wins compound, leading to significant progress. 10.4.2 Celebrate progress, not perfection. A key aspect of building momentum is celebrating your progress rather than waiting for perfection. Perfectionism is one of the main drivers of overthinking. But when you focus on progress, you shift your mindset to action. How to celebrate progress? Acknowledge each step forward, no matter how small. Whether it's completing a task, making a decision, or taking the first step toward a goal, celebrate your achievements to reinforce the habit of taking action. Chapter 11. Overcoming setbacks and staying on track. Even when you're committed to taking action and reducing overthinking, setbacks are inevitable. This chapter will explore how to handle setbacks without falling back into old patterns of overthinking and how to stay on track toward your goals. 1. Recognizing common setbacks. Setbacks come in many forms, from external challenges like unexpected events to internal struggles like self-doubt. By recognizing common setbacks, you can prepare for them and respond with resilience rather than overthinking. 11.1.1 Fear of failure. Fear of failure is one of the most common setbacks that leads to overthinking. When faced with the possibility of failure, it's easy to fall into a cycle of doubt and analysis. How to overcome fear of failure? Instead of viewing failure as a final outcome, reframe it as part of the learning process. Remember that failure is a natural step toward success, and the lessons you learn from failure will help you grow. 1.2 Self-doubt and imposter syndrome. Self-doubt and imposter syndrome can lead to overthinking, especially when you're faced with new challenges or responsibilities. These feelings of inadequacy can cause you to second-guess your decisions and hesitate to take action. How to overcome self-doubt. Acknowledge your achievements and remind yourself that everyone experiences self-doubt at times. Focus on the actions you've already taken and the progress you've made, rather than dwelling on your perceived shortcomings. 1.3 External obstacles. Sometimes setbacks come from external factors beyond your control, such as a project falling through, a personal setback, or a sudden change in circumstances. These unexpected challenges can trigger overthinking if not handled properly. How to overcome external obstacles. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't. Identify actionable steps you can take in response to the setback and keep moving forward. The key is to stay proactive rather than getting stuck in overanalysis. 11.2 Using setbacks as opportunities for growth. Rather than viewing setbacks as failures, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Every challenge you face can teach you valuable lessons that will help you take better action in the future. 2.1 The growth mindset in action. As discussed earlier, a growth mindset is essential for overcoming overthinking. When you approach setbacks with a growth mindset, you focus on what you can learn from the experience, rather than getting stuck in regret or analysis. How to apply the growth mindset. After a setback, ask yourself, what did I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to improve my next steps? By focusing on growth, you reduce the tendency to overthink and increase your resilience. 2.2 Building mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to stay focused and take action, even in the face of adversity. Developing mental toughness helps you overcome setbacks without falling back into overthinking. How to build mental toughness. Practice pushing through discomfort and uncertainty. When faced with a challenge, remind yourself that the discomfort is temporary and that taking action will lead to long-term success. 11.3 Staying on track toward your goals. Setbacks can be discouraging, but it's essential to stay focused on your long-term goals. By staying on track and maintaining a forward-thinking mindset, you can prevent setbacks from derailing your progress. 11.3.1 Regular goal review. One way to stay on track is by regularly reviewing your goals. This helps you stay focused on the bigger picture and prevents overthinking from taking over. How to review your goals. Set aside time each week to review your goals and assess your progress. Identify any areas where you've fallen off track and make adjustments as needed. Regular goal review keeps you accountable and focused on taking action. 11.3.2 Reframe setbacks as part of the journey. When you encounter a setback, remind yourself that it's part of the journey toward your goals. Every successful person faces challenges along the way, and setbacks are a natural part of the process. How to reframe setbacks. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, view them as detours that can lead to new opportunities. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And how can I use this experience to improve my next steps? Chapter 12, Mastering the Art of Taking Immediate Action. The final chapter will focus on mastering the art of taking immediate action. By integrating the strategies and mindset shifts discussed throughout this voiceover, you'll be able to break free from overthinking and consistently take decisive action in every area of your life. 12.1. Why immediate action is so powerful. Immediate action is powerful because it bypasses the mental loops that lead to overthinking. When you take action right away, you prevent your mind from getting stuck in analysis and second-guessing. Action over thought. The more you practice immediate action, the more you'll realize that doing is often more important than thinking. While thoughtful planning has its place, action is what creates results. 12.2. Strategies for taking immediate action. Taking immediate action doesn't mean being reckless or impulsive. It means recognizing when overthinking is holding you back and making a conscious decision to act. Here are some strategies to help you take action without hesitation. 12.2.1. The 1-minute rule. Similar to the 2-minute rule, the 1-minute rule encourages you to take action on tasks that can be completed in under a minute. This rule is especially useful for quick decisions that don't require extensive thought. How to apply the 1-minute rule. Whenever you're faced with a small task or decision, ask yourself, can I complete this in 1 minute or less? If the answer is yes, take action immediately. 12.2.2. The first step strategy. When faced with a larger task or goal, the hardest part is often just getting started. The first step strategy encourages you to take one small step toward your goal, even if you're not sure what the next step will be. How to use the first step strategy. When you're stuck in overthinking, identify the smallest action you can take to move forward. This could be sending an email, making a phone call, or writing down an idea. Once you take the first step, momentum will carry you forward. 12.2.3. The 5-second rule. As discussed in earlier chapters, the 5-second rule is a powerful tool for overcoming hesitation and taking immediate action. When you feel yourself starting to overthink, count down from 5 and take action before your mind has a chance to second-guess itself. How to apply the 5-second rule. Whenever you're about to overthink, count backward from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and physically move yourself into action. Whether it's standing up, making a decision, or taking a step, this simple technique interrupts overthinking and compels you to act. 12.3. Turning immediate action into a habit. Taking immediate action is a skill that can be developed over time. By consistently practicing the strategies outlined in this voiceover, you can turn immediate action into a habit that replaces overthinking. 12.3.1. Track your actions. One way to build the habit of immediate action is by tracking your progress. Keep a journal or use a habit tracking app to record each time you take immediate action. This creates accountability and reinforces the behavior. How to track your actions. Each day, write down the actions you took without overthinking. Over time, you'll see patterns in your behavior and be able to measure your progress. 12.3.2. Reward yourself for taking action. Positive reinforcement is a powerful tool for building new habits. Each time you take immediate action, reward yourself in some small way. This could be as simple as acknowledging your effort or treating yourself to something you enjoy. Why rewards matter. Rewards create a positive association with taking action, making it more likely that you'll repeat the behavior in the future. 12.4. The long-term benefits of immediate action. Mastering the art of taking immediate action has long-term benefits that extend beyond overcoming overthinking. It leads to increased productivity, confidence, and success in every area of your life. Increased confidence. The more you take action, the more confident you become in your ability to handle challenges and make decisions. Confidence comes from doing, not thinking. Greater success. Successful people are action takers. By consistently taking immediate action, you position yourself for greater opportunities and achievements. Your journey from overthinking to action You now have the tools, strategies, and mindset shifts needed to stop overthinking and take immediate action in your life. Remember, the key to success isn't in waiting for the perfect moment. It's in taking the first step, no matter how small. As you move forward, continue to practice the techniques outlined in this voiceover. Build resilience, create an action-oriented lifestyle, and master the art of immediate action. The more you do, the less you'll overthink, and the more you'll accomplish. So what are you waiting for? The time for overthinking is over. It's time to take action and unlock your full potential. If you're ready to break free from the chains of overthinking and start taking action in your life, don't wait any longer. Hit the subscribe button and join our community of action takers. Turn on notifications so you never miss out on new strategies to unlock your full potential. Leave a comment below and let us know. What's one thing you'll take action on today? And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you know who needs to stop overthinking. Remember, every small step forward brings you closer to your goals. Now go out there and take action. Your future self will thank you.